Hello everybody, this is Chris Gray with Weazel News, bringing you the happenings here in the city of Los Santos. While patrolling through the city the evening time last night with the rain coming on, Weazel got a notice from our tip line that there was something afoul down on the south side of town, over there by the coast. So Weazel, doing what we did, went and checked out the scene to come across some police and gang activity. We're gonna go right now live to what happened, showing you what we seen when we got on scene with our very own reporter, Andy Cooper.
Hello, welcome to Weazel News. Today we're here at this location because we heard an anonymous tip that someone was injured in this area, and it looks like there are a lot of cops. Somebody is injured, some EMS are trying to help him. There also appear to be some gang members in the front. They seem to have some chat going on with some cops. We don't know what it's about yet, but we will find out soon.
While we were there surveying what was going on and stuff, we did get approached by the local gang members that were there, where they were willing to talk to Weazel News and tell us their side of what was going on with the situation. And here is Andy Cooper again with that.
How's it going, guys?
Not good. The police here just pulled one of our guys, like on a warrant or something.
Okay.
Our boy was gonna get like a small charge. He started a run with his hands up the entire way up the ramp. One of our boys was allegedly, helping him, and out of nowhere a police officer shot him in the back, so he returned fire, and here we are.
So, do you think that the police is at fault here because they shot someone in back?
Absolutely, fool. Like, they shot someone in the back. There's no reason to do that. Sure he was running, he didn't have anything to do as far as that, but like, I don't think there's a reason to shoot someone in the back to pose no threat at that time,
Mm-hmm. And what were you guys doing at this place at this time?
What are we doing?
Yeah, like, what are you guys kind of doing here?
We're talking to you. We watched the cops execute a warrant or two, and then like they shot at our boys, so we waited. There you go. Live on the news. Biggest gang in the city throwing their weight around again, fool. This is what it is.
This is, from what I hear from you guys, this seems like a case of police brutality.
See?
If they're just, shooting you around.
I would say that's what it is.
If you have your hands up.
Mm-hmm. I would have to agree. And I'm sure the lawyers we get will too.
Okay.
We're looking at a big case right here. We're gonna make some money off of these dumb fucks. Get some justice for our boys that are now in hospital or wounded,
As you can see, they were screaming out of police brutality, of one of their members getting shot in the back, and even a mention of a warrant. But we like to bring both sides of the story here to you guys from Weazel News. So we were able to talk to the head of the PR department that was on scene too. Let's go to Andy Cooper live with her.
Hello, ma'am. How are you doing today?
Not too bad. My name is Sergeant Melody Sanford, lead of the PR division of San Andreas State Police Department.
Okay. So what happened here?
So basically the state was out here serving a warrant for two of the Aztecas, searching through their vehicles. In the middle of executing the warrant, we were approached by one of the suspects in which the warrant was being executed. He was asking questions about why his cars were being searched, and we were more than helpful in doing so. We even showed him the warrant. At which point I got an email from one of the federal judges who told me that he was serving a warrant for his arrest. When I alerted Mr. Delano to the warrant that needed to be served for his arrest. He then turned and started to run. At which point he was told that if he continued to run that he would be shot. I warned him at least a half dozen times, and he just kept saying, "Don't shoot me, don't shoot me." I continued to warn him up until he was about to breach a wall in which all of his friends were up there on top of the bridge. And due to this and the violent nature of the Aztecas, they were authorized to open fire upon Mr. Delano. He took cover behind the wall there, and his friends came over to meet him. Mr. Dylan Johnson was caught in the crossfire, and
Anyone
I
still on the
believe he was
radio?
shot by his own friend, Mr. Delano, who pulled a weapon and returned fire upon myself and my
Did everyone get a phone
my fellow state troopers. We immediately rendered aid after Mr. Delano was shot down, and luckily his injuries were very minor. Hopefully he won't have any long-term effects from that. We directed him to IA and told him that he is more than welcome to file a lawsuit, in which we would help him to do so.
Block 12.
And then at which point we walked him back over to his friends, and he was released from custody as he was not being detained and he did nothing wrong himself. Mr. Delano, however, was arrested on said warrant and is currently in custody.
Okay. So the guy that was running away, did he have any weapons on him?
Yes, ma'am, he had a pistol which he did pull from his pocket and return fire to us.
Okay. And the shots that were fired, did they happen before he reached the wall or after he reached the wall and covered
Before
himself?
he reached the wall, after numerous warnings that if he did not stop running, he would be shot. As the warrant that we were serving was for, it was for very violent crimes, attempted murder of a public official, 2 times, as yesterday, actually, in the evening, myself and my cadet were sitting at a red light. We were pulled up upon by Mr. Dylan Johnson in his vehicle and 3 of his associates, which I assume one of them was Mr. Delano. Basically, they hopped out of the car and then began to open fire upon my car, almost killing myself and my cadet. Which is why the warrants were served today and approved by the federal judge, Albert Pierce.
Yeah, the gang situation is kind of getting out of control, and we're glad that you guys are helping along with it and doing a great job.
Yeah, as much as they like to pretend that, you know, they're victims in this situation, I would like to remind everybody that these are hardened, violent criminals with extensive records of attempted to murder state officials as well as civilians. They have taken people hostage, they have robbed banks. You know, there have been extensive shootouts in the South Side regarding them and another known gang called the Ballas. So I would like to remind people that, yes, you know, perhaps Mr. Delano did not have to be fired upon, but with his record and with the amount of danger that he poses to the public officials and the people of Los Santos and the great state of San Andreas in total, it is not, I guess, out of the way for us to take matters into our own hands in that regard.
Yes, that makes sense. So, thank you for talking to this today.
Not a problem, and thank you for your time.
Gang members, police. It's been the rule over here of Los Santos lately. The only thing I can tell you is there's a lot of dangerous stuff going on in the city. And here at Weazel News, we want to remind you guys to stay safe and to make sure that you take care of yourself, that you don't end up in any type of situation like that. This is Chris Gray with Weazel News, telling you the happenings of Los Santos. Have a wonderful day.